What is a drop and swap in a 1031 exchange? Oftentimes, people will own real estate collectively in a trust or partnership or other business entity, and maybe one or some of those owners in the entity really want to do a 1031 exchange on the sale of the entity's property. So well prior to the closing, maybe even before the listing agreement is signed, those owners of the entity have a planning opportunity in which they can reconfigure the ownership of the property to make it most advantageous and flexible for those owners to do separate 1031 exchanges. A drop and swap can occur where the entity transfers out some or all of the property to the various co-owners as tenants in common. So rather than having the business entity own the property, the owners of the entity become the tenant in common co-owners of the real estate. Remember that 1031 says that you must have held the property for investment or business purposes, so these individual owners are going to want to satisfy the holding requirement and receive ownership well prior to any sale or disposition of the relinquished property. If you do the drop and swap on the 11th hour, right before the sale is to occur, the IRS may not respect that transfer to the various co-owners, and furthermore, they may say that those co-owners have not satisfied the holding requirement because they only held it for a brief period of time before immediately selling it. And if they did hold it for such a short period of time, their argument would be that they held it primarily for resale and not for investment or business purposes.